That's the $1 million question. Why? Why? We in the grown man hour. I am Carcino for life. And we will get into this. So please hit the like button. Coming through the door, I would appreciate that. Now, as people are starting to form and come in, we will get to all of this here. This is a live stream. We finna have people just jumping in. It is crazy. I know. This is not trolling, dude. I'm dead serious. I don't tell lies, dude. I wouldn't. And why would I dig this up? You know, like why would I dig up Russell Wilson of anybody to just say they thinking about trading him? Let me tell you what I'm hearing right now. Just know when this thing happens, if this thing happens, who's the first person to utter it? See? They want to trade him. They tried to trade him to the Cleveland Browns. They tried to trade Russell Wilson to the Cleveland Browns before signing him to that contract. Cleveland Browns, the trade was done. All they had to do was agree to the trade. So Seattle didn't want Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson was going to be a Cleveland Brown. No. What you think is old news is back to new news. Because they didn't like the way Russell Wilson negotiated the contract. And they didn't want to commit paying him that kind of money when they just lost in the first round of the playoffs. And he didn't really particularly have a good season that year. And he wanted like 30-something, 40 million a year. They weren't too keen on paying him $140 million. So once the Browns turned down the contract, they really had no more position. They had to sign him, or they were going to risk just a terrible season. So when they signed him to the contract, the extension, we all remember the infamous Seattle. We got a deal. So we all remember that. Seattle, we got a deal. So now that you see they went that route, oh, Danger Mouse. Russ had a heck of a year. He overachieved. Last season, he was a candidate for the most valuable player of the year. With less. They didn't give him much, and the team don't seem like they care to want to help him out. They're still looking to trade and see if they can trade him in the middle of the season. They want to see how their record is going and see if they can move and get rid of Russ. They're willing to reboot and start all over fresh, picking up Cam Newton, letting Cam Newton come on the Seattle Seahawks. I'm serious. This is bad, man. This is extremely bad. Yeah, they're not even talking about trading him for another quarterback. They're talking about picking up Cam Newton, having him in the system, moving Russ in the middle of the season. They want to move him before the season. They do not want Russell Wilson to be the quarterback for $140 million. They don't want to pay that money to Russ. They feel we're not going to win the Super Bowl. Let's just start a reboot. Let's redo the whole team. Get a cheap quarterback and start over fresh. But my thing is, Baker Mayfield could get all this. No problem. They were willing to trade Russell Wilson for Mayfield. Let that sink in. Seattle was ready to trade for Mayfield and give up Russell Wilson, who took you to 2 Super Bowls. One you won. And they were ready to trade him. I'm telling you what's happening behind the scenes. Russ is well aware that they're trying to basically cripple him. That's why he hasn't gotten any weapons. No weapons on offense. They wanted him to fail so that they could trade him. They liked Josh Allen. Exactly. They liked Josh Allen from the Buffalo Bills. You got Russell Wilson. And you want to get Josh Allen, and you're looking at Mayfield. What does that tell you? They have a problem with that black quarterback. The sad part about it is that the deal was done. He was traded to Cleveland. All Cleveland had to do was accept it. Seattle had already, they offered to trade. It wasn't like Cleveland went after them to get Russ. They offered to trade to Cleveland. And Cleveland said, nah. Because they weren't going to pay $140 million to Wilson. They'll just take their chances. He said, I told you last week you be capping for Brady. Brady ain't got nothing to do with this. Brady don't give them their money. This is Seattle business. Russ made something out of nothing. They were supposed to have a subpar running game. He has zero offensive line. Guys broken up, and he still was making plays. He know if I keep my market up, that's what's going to happen. It's going to crack. What's up, Kevin Finley? What's up?
What's up, dog? I'm pissed off now. They trying to trade the brother, man. I'm hot now.
He was traded already. That's the thing. He was traded earlier before he signed that $140 million extension. They didn't want to sign him. So they tried to trade him to Cleveland for Baker Mayfield, the rights to Baker Mayfield, and some other draft picks or whatever. Cleveland turned it down. But Seattle tried to get rid of him.
That's some bull crap.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, man, that's a stupid move, though.
It is.
Yeah, it's stupid because Russ came out and had the season of a lifetime, and now they feel stupid because Russ came out and killed last year. And they don't, it's like, man, now he proved he was worth the $140 million extension. Now they can't even justify it.
And he didn't have no O-line last year. Him and Kyler Murray were the most sacked quarterback last year.
And that's a fail.
Yeah. Him and Kyler Murray were the most sacked quarterback last year.
Yep.
That man has been running for his life, basically. Yeah. He's been running for his life since he got that contract.
Last week. They paid him no money.
Yeah, Quinn was talking this last week. Tell him again, Quinn. What you saying?
I told you this last week that I knew.
Man, but Russell Wilson is the type of quarterback you can build your team off of, though.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. He's a bowler. He's clutch. Give him to us. I need him on my Jets.
I knew this was coming.
The Bears need to get on the phone right now. I'm like, the Bears will get on the phone and ask them for Josh Allen.
Hey, y'all want to get rid of a stud? Please give it to us because it's very hard to find a quarterback.
He stayed captain for Brady, and I don't know why.
Because Tom Brady could win. Brady ain't got nothing to do with this.
Yeah, he was on your head.
My boy said you captain for Brady. Why you captain for Brady?
Tom Brady's the new LeBron James. He's the LeBron James of the NFL. I was dying.
Yeah, I remember going up on Brady last week, but Brady ain't got nothing to do with Seattle.
Prescott next. Watch.
I agree. Because I'm a Jets fan.
But if they really
I'm trying to think, where would they trade him to? Where would you trade Russ to? Because now it's like you already didn't pay them. You got to pay them.
Pittsburgh need to jump at it. Pittsburgh need to go after him. Because that'll be a good place for him to be at is Pittsburgh.
Oh, yeah.
That'll be real good.
I don't think they'll trade him. I think they'll probably try to put him in the end. Like, yeah, well, you never know. Yeah, you're right.
Hey, that'll be a good place. Pittsburgh need to get on the phone now, make a deal, do something, and be like, yo, man, we'll give you this, give you that. Because, man, if Tomlin get Russell Wilson and that young defense, he can keep building them up, they'll be straight.
Yeah.
So that'll be a good place.
I mean, do they realize what? Yeah. I mean, do they realize what Seattle Seahawks was before Russell Wilson?
Man, I knew
no, he's black, man. You know the black man though. You know we get lost memory quick.
Oh no, they'll love to tell you that
the only reason why
they back to the Super Bowl and they got robbed.
Wait till they gonna ship him out too. Because he bought
who that?
Kyler Murray. No.
Oh yeah.
Kyler Murray.
They're not gonna ship him out.
No, they're not gonna ship him out. They're building around him right now.
I see what you're saying, Quentin, but here's the thing about why they not gonna ship him out. I'm gonna tell you why they not shipping him out.
Quarterback in the NFL.
I know, but let me tell you why they not gonna ship him out. He sell his jersey. Okay, listen. The Arizona Cardinals hadn't done nothing.
Wait, let him talk. Let him talk.
One of them 4 Super Bowls, and they still would have done like.
Okay, can you hear me? All right, here we go.
I can hear you.
4 Super Bowls.
All right.
They don't care.
Okay, this is why they won't let him go.
Hold on, Quentin. Hey, Quentin, hold on. Let him speak real quick.
Let him speak. Answer your question.
Okay, this is why he's not going anywhere. His jersey is one of the highest selling rookie jerseys in all the NFL. Kyler Murphy is selling merchandise. People are playing with him on John Madden. He's doing a lot of stuff in the community there. They actually was winning games. They actually weren't that bad. I thought he was gonna be a lot worse in his rookie year. Because he can't.
You thought Kyler wasn't gonna be good? I knew Kyler was gonna be straight.
No, because he can't see over the line. See, he got to scramble out
in order to
make plays. The dude can't see over the line.
Drew Brees is under 6 foot though.
Yeah, but that's the thing. But then again, you gotta wait. You can't judge a quarterback until their second year. After their second year, you start making adjustments.
That's true.
You know, a lot of people don't think Russell Wilson was gonna be nothing.
Exactly. That was the truth.
Because if that was the case, Lamar Jackson would have been written off already. And you see what he did in his second year.
About 6'3". He good. Only problem, Lamar always got. If you watch Lamar in college, Lamar got better each year. Like he wasn't a quarterback.
And he didn't even have an offensive line
in year, and then he'll just come. No, he was throwing too, bro. He just didn't have the talent. If you watch the game against him in Clemson,
he had to work on his accuracy.
If it wasn't for him, Deshaun Watson was gonna blow them out the water because Deshaun was picking them apart. If it wasn't for Lamar, their team would not have gone nowhere because that team ain't have no weapons.
I remember that game.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I knew Lamar was gonna be straight.
Is that they're building around him? That's how you know that they are okay. They getting players on the team to play with Kyler Murray's style of playing. They're changing the offensive plays to cater more to his liking. So that's how you know. I'm like, dude, they ain't trying. They've been starting over for so many years. You don't give up. They gave up Rosen. They was ready to give him the whole team.
Rosen was trash in college.
Get him up out of here.
Yeah, Rosen was trash in college. I knew he wasn't gonna make it.
Give out for him.
Trash.
His team.
Yeah, he was trash. He was injury prone from the jump anyway too.
Yeah.
And then he came up cocky, like he was gonna be something. I'm like, come on, man.
Dude, that's not fake news, bro. Because I saw that yesterday. They talked about trading.
No,
Russell.
I seen that like last week.
I thought it was just somebody throwing something out, but no, that deal.
That was a real deal.
That was a real deal.
And now they still trying to make a deal to try to get him up out of Seattle.
That means they've been trying to sabotage this man, Russell Wilson,
get a first round pick or something. Because I mean, you have to get a first round, a second round pick for them, both of those together. Because Russell Wilson's a franchise quarterback. You can't just do like on your boy down in Houston.
They wanted Josh.
They literally had to cheat him to get Aaron Rodgers a win because he was about to win that game. He's clutch.
Right.
Yep.
Russell Wilson is no joke. He shows you time after time that he has that clutch gene.
They were hoping last year he sucked so they could move him. They haven't
exactly. And he kept winning and kept winning.
And they don't want to see. I don't want to pay him. Now my thing is, if this was Tom Brady or let's say Aaron Rodgers, they had, would they have a problem with paying Aaron?
No, hell no. Even Ben Roethlisberger.
Kirk Cousins has made about $200 million.
Exactly.
Even Ben Roethlisberger, they wouldn't have had a problem paying him, and he was done for that past 3-4 years. He's been done, but they ain't got no problem keeping him around, and he's way past his prime. So that's just disrespectful to me, and I hope Russell goes somewhere where he go to a contender and come back and throw it in their face.
Yeah, I'm way more respect. You put Josh Allen on the Seahawks, I'd be like, you trade Russell Wilson and put him in Buffalo And you
terrible.
want Josh Allen so bad. Take Josh Allen.
Right. Because their defense last year wasn't all that.
I
And
don't
if
need
you
him in my
watch the
division.
games, Russell was about to have an MVP season. They just lost that
Yeah,
game
he was
against the
in.
Niners.
It wasn't a
And he
He was
was
in
up
question.
the
there with
category for
MVP.
MVP last
He was
year.
a. It was
The
either
year
him. It was
before,
either
he had
Lamar.
a subpar
Oh my
year.
bad.
Yeah.
And
It was
that's
either
why
Lamar
they
Jackson
tried
or.
to justify not paying him. And then they
Right.
were like, oh, he won $40 million. They couldn't believe he wanted 40 and one budget when they gave him the low ball number. The same way they doing Dak is the same way they was doing Russ. And then they was
absolutely.
trying to trade him.
Right.
The conversation was either Lamar Jackson or Russell
Or
Wilson,
Russell Wilson,
to
all
be
last
the
year.
MVP. So how you gonna get rid of somebody that doesn't even have an offensive line that gives everybody a battle every Sunday? Like, that is
Y'all in the
crazy.
playoffs when they don't even have a team that should even be in the playoffs.
Right.
I'm like, man, he making stuff happen with his feet. He doing whatever he can. They ain't had no running game. Running back hurt. Everything don't matter. He making it happen. He moving the chain.
Hey, Cino.
Right.
Hey, Cino. You think Jerry gonna? You think since Jerry and Dak going at it with the contract, you think he gonna try to come in, make a big splash and trade for him? Because this looked like a Jerry move
I was
too.
just about to say that. I said, if this is Jerry Jones, he better make a move.
The guy he want to play.
Yo, what's up, Cino?
Hey, what's up? Mr. Sledge is in the house.
Oh
Mr.
yeah, look, I'm gonna say this one more time. The Bears need to get on a private jet right now and say we trade Mitchell Trash Trubisky 2 first.
You got a better chance of
second
round
man. The Bears is not finna get no Russell Wilson. You know
they
that.
They get no black quarterback.
They didn't extend Mitchell Trubisky. You're getting him for a cheap price. He's still on his rookie deal. All right. You throw in the defensive player that they may want in the deal. The Bears can actually make this happen because you're not signing Mitch.
Are you the GM?
You gotta understand. You in a fantasy league. It ain't about they can't make it happen. They the Bears.
Right.
If they came in there with a black quarterback, Virginia McCaskey was dropped in.
Listen. If I'm the GM,
exactly.
I would have said this. Look, I would have said this to the McCaskies. I said, look, y'all haven't won the Super Bowl since '85. Period. All the quarterbacks that you've had since McMahon have.
Mike McCaskey just died, so
exactly. So there's hope. Exactly. So what I would tell little Virginia is, look, y'all ain't won nothing since '85. Give the brother a chance. Look at all these black quarterbacks that you got in the league right now that are winning.
And she gonna tell you, because she's 97 years old, Darky's run the ball.
Right. And that's what he's gonna do. Right. He gonna run and he gonna throw. And he gonna win.
But man, they not gonna do that. You know their history, man. You know the history.
That's exactly what she gonna tell you. She's 97 and insisting that she's gonna run this team until she is gone.
Look, you can even have Sierra do a little dance.
She's 97. You know she's 97.
The Jaguars need to go get him. The Jaguars need to wake up and say, "Yo, we need Russ."
You say Russell Wilson is a top 10
right
NFL
now.
Top 10 quarterback in the NFL, and they finna get him. They finna lose.
Russell Wilson is top 5.
Good question.
Exactly.
So wait, so Pete Carroll wants Russell Wilson gone?
It ain't up to Pete. It's up to the owners and the GMs. He loves us.
Right.
His thing is
Pete is just the coach.
Right, but he's just the coach, and he good with personnel. But when it come to that money, they don't want to. If they can keep Russ for the low, they love to keep Russ. But they don't want to pay him that they feel a white quarterback have.
Yeah, but you got to remember that's what split the Legion of Boom up. Because they wanted all them big contracts, and they were like, "Nah, we ain't finna pay you that. That's Seattle's MO.
Sure.
They don't pay you that money. That's why Richard had to leave, and Chancellor he retired, and Earl left. That's why Earl flicked them off on the sideline.
Yeah,
I mean, Yeah, they don't pay nobody, man. But that'll be dumb. Like if you get somebody in there, you just got this receiver and DK Metcalf, and now you just gonna get rid of Russ. That's stupid. That they should have never paid him in the first place. They should have just traded him if you were gonna do that.
That's why I say they need to trade.
That means they're not committing and trying to get another Super Bowl.
Right.
Yeah, hold on. Who is that? Tennessee, what's up?
Hey,
what's up, Tennessee?
Hey, what up, y'all? Salute. Y'all know y'all know sports more than me. I just know who people I don't like when I look at their character. Okay. So, can I say something that people ain't saying?
Go ahead.
What's that?
That's future baby mama. They looking at him as a nigga that took on the nigga that's the baby mama to this nigga. Like y'all don't get like they look at this type of shit too, though.
Mm-hmm.
And that's fucking up his game.
Well, actually, I thought it was. I used to call him Sierra. It did early on, but no, he didn't balance that out because he came back last year.
He came back balling.
I can't call him Sierra no more.
He was balling last
year. I call him Russ now. He danger mouse now. I'm like,
hey, but I just think that was fucking up his game for a minute though. Can y'all at least agree with me on that? Because it was on what when he got with us.
The league
the whole future and Sierra situation.
Because y'all remember when Tony Romo and Jessica Simpson was dating.
Tony Romo was never on Russell's level. Ever.
No, but I'm talking about how the females.
Hell no.
Oh yeah, they blame.
Yeah.
On the ball.
Right.
Give me that little bit.
Yeah, I agree with you, Tennessee. Yeah.
Give me that little bit of.
Yeah, I got you. I got you, big homie.
Immediately, they split them up. He the one who hooked up with his wife. Jerry gave him another chick. He like, look, you like him blonde with big tits? I can get you 136. Blonde, blue eyes,
and then you know what? They didn't even let a blonde chick around that dude. Did y'all notice that? Like,
we said that again?
Owners, they know what's going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh man, everybody else showing their face. I got to show mine. God damn. What's going on, y'all?
What's up?
What's up?
Then I got the Celtics hat on just to fuck with y'all.
You ain't messing with me. I don't have no problem.
If I was Jerry Jones, I'll be calling that team right now. You just picked up a wide receiver.
Because he'll tell you immediately he don't like nobody. I
don't like nobody, dog. Nobody.
He said, I don't like Shaq. I don't like your hair.
I agree.
Anybody you bring up, I don't like them. I just don't like them. Bring up somebody.
I was like, man, I'm looking in the mirror. They was like, man, you so nuts. You don't like nobody. I'm like, hey.
Right.
You like Isaiah Thomas?
The Celtics had on for y'all just to show you I don't like nobody. I don't like nobody. Hey, see, no, I went and got my Pistons old school fitted clean.
Oh, okay.
Dog, because I used to look at all the games when they used to fight, dog. I'm like, man, come on now. I got my old school jersey and everything clean.
Yeah, we saw how soft Scotty was. Everybody saw how soft Scottie Pippen was in that series. I was like,
man.
I was like, man,
hey, dog.
Hey, you remember that guy said that?
When I was looking at Pippen, he looked like a whoop man. He looked like a beaten spouse. He was just copping out to me when I was looking at, because I saw.
Quitting. They showed Mike Blake flu, stomach poison, eat food poison and everything. He ain't trying to come out the game.
But that's the thing.
Migraine.
They was like,
there was so much.
What we need to do is
they just big up Scotty to tear Michael down. That's all. Scotty never been that guy. He always been a role player. A guy to do what Michael told him to do. Michael tell him, man, go get my bag. He finna go get it. That's all Pippen was. That's it.
Dog,
you see, all I seen in this documentary, he was like contract. Then he's arguing about the contract. He's worrying about the migraine. Then he's doing this. Then he's getting traded. then his back. I'm like, come on,
Hey,
bro.
but y'all know
And then
this
everybody,
all going down.
and then he didn't get the last shot, so he side out.
He never hit no
Man.
last shot.
Hey,
Choking.
But everybody keeps
all
saying
know.
Scottie Pippen is better than Michael Jordan. Are you serious?
Who said that?
LeBron.
A lot of these
Just people
fanboys,
in general, just
LeBron fans say that. They say that every day.
Because they know that
Pippen
Jordan
better than
and these
Jordan.
LeBron fans.
I hate
like,
Jordan guts, but Pippen ain't better than no goddamn Jordan.
Exactly.
Hell no.
That's the
This man
fact.
got
I
food
hate Michael
poisoning in
Jordan
the
and
finals.
LeBron just like
He
everybody
got
else.
Jason Kidd, K-I-double-D, number Five.
Man,
Hey.
the jersey. Jason
I ain't even know, bro. What you know about Jason Kidd? That was that dude.
Yes, sir. Xavier.
I don't like that nigga either. I'm gonna tell you why.
And he's still smoking that same damn cigarette. He's still smoking that same damn cigarette, bro. You know what I mean? Hey, Carcino, I just came off an interview with Kendall Gill, man. Shout out to the legend, Kendall Gill, man. You know what I mean? So I'm feeling good about the situation.
Yeah, Kendall know me.
Oh yeah, Kendall Gill was that guy.
Yeah,
hey, don't make me pull out that Spurs hat.
Number 13.
Don't make me pull out that Spurs hat when Tim Duncan was there now. Come on now.
Oh, Tim Duncan, my guy too. Tim Duncan
Don't
was
make me pull that Spurs hat out. That boy pulled out the Jason Kidd. I'm like, come on, dog. You know that's gonna piss me off because all of this wind up behind women. If y'all notice the connection, when these boys fucking up on the court, all be behind women. Y'all don't get it. I'm talking that pimp shit. I'm talking that pimp shit.
Think about the way they treating Russ, man. That's just. It's always the brothers though, and it's like, man,
it really is. It really is.
You know why they doing it. They don't want the brother to be on top. You got Lamar balling. Russell been balling for years. They making Aaron Rodgers look bad. They need their white hope to look good. He been killing them. They had to pull a rabbit out the hat to save them last year because the Seahawks is whooping their ass.
Hey, but you know one thing, like this has nothing to do with that, but I think that the Texans are a bought team. They have the squad to do it, but when they was in the playoffs,
which Texas? You talking about Dallas?
No, Houston.
Or just
I'm in Houston.
Oh, Houston.
Yeah, because they have the team to do it. But look how motherfucking Deshaunte Watkins was goddamn so nice and you don't supposed to be nice in those goddamn playoffs. Y'all ain't in the college game. This the pros.
Right. I mean, that's what I was like. Man,
hey, did you see that too?
They losing to the Chiefs. I'm like, man, they had that damn game.
Dog, they had that game.
They had it.
Yes,
but why would you trade them? Why would you trade Hobson though? That makes no sense.
You don't trade Hobson.
I didn't even believe they traded him.
Talk about a sabotage.
They don't want to pay him.
Talk about a sabotage.
I think
exactly.
It's the most racist sport ever. They the most racist ever. They don't want to pay nobody black.
I would say baseball, but NFL was up there though.
NFL, but the thing is, they always, when they trade a black player like that, they always go to the narrative of he didn't get along with his coach. Y'all know
Casino got a point.
Heat from Michael Vick catching heat from dogs, but you got Ben Roethlisberger running around freely.
White dude could be 8-8 or 7 or whatever, 7-9, and he got a $300 million. Matthew Stafford ain't did a damn thing, and ain't nobody.
He hasn't. Oh my God! Talk about it, please.
Every year, they gonna lose.
This man is robbing that team.
But they had no problem cutting his check. He ain't have to worry about nothing.
I'm still mad they gave Steve Francis.
What has that man did for that team?
Not a damn preach, man. He got on a bunch of teams that's less than them, but can't his record against winning teams. He probably like 2-65.
Yeah, he can't play, can't win.
Can't be no winning team.
Losing every year, then he get hurt. He'll get hurt on you too.
Hey, but is it me?
Exactly.
And you don't tell Hopkins they can't get their money.
Right,
I'm
that's what I'm
asking y'all.
saying.
I'm
And then
asking y'all.
they gave golf. They gave golf on the Rams. I understand they went to the Super Bowl, but they gave him his money like it was nothing. Dak Prescott. I understand everybody has their opinion about Dak Prescott, but he did the same thing that Golf did. Did the same thing that Kristen what's his name, Wentz did a little bit.
I don't like
I would
the
say
guy.
Wentz is better than Dak, but come on, Dak was winning some games as well too.
Yeah, he
But
was. And the
they be
thing
quick to pay the white guy, but
is they all got a signing bonus when they came in the league. This dude making $200,000 a year.
exactly
He ain't had no signing
right.
bonus.
They give me
So they
200,000
That's
just
true.
damn near goddamn do
Him
nothing.
and Carson Wentz.
Sino, preach, man. Sino, you speaking facts right now. You know, the racism in the NFL, just the racism in sports, period, man. Well, Lamar Jackson won the Heisman Trophy. They was trying to turn him to a damn running back. You know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I
they were trying to
remember that. I remember that. They tried to shuffle that shit up. He's like, damn, leave
I
him
mean,
where
but
he
look at, times ain't changed. They've always done that. Look at Charlie Ward. He won the Heisman Trophy for Florida State and never played in the NFL. He went to the NBA because he's like, man, they ain't trying to play me or give me no money anyway. So he been up playing for the Knicks. He played both sports and he won the Heisman Trophy. The Heisman, and didn't even go to the league because he was a quarterback, and they was like, man, you could be the running back or a slot back. He's like, nah.
Why would you change? You know, that's what I've always been noticing. Like, why would you change up what they won a Heisman Trophy for and put them in another situation? You know?
Yep.
Leave them where they comfortable at. And
Cordell Stewart, quarterback, and they made him a wide receiver, running back. That's what they named him Slash.
And then Cordell Stewart was a beast.
Yeah, because he was a quarterback. And then they finally let him play quarterback. And he was winning all them games. They was putting him at wide receiver, running back. They just nicknamed him Slash. Man, he slashed.
I think they be doing that shit on purpose, dog. They don't do them white boys like that, though.
Nope.
And can we talk about Kirk Cousins as well too?
Around like that.
Oh, Kirk Cousins kept getting. That's Washington stupidity. Now, if anybody want to talk about something, that's Washington stupidity. Oh, Mark,
he got a full guarantee contract.
It's guaranteed.
He was in there. I was trying to get him back
fully
in.
Guaranteed contract.
And he just
Kirk Cousins got a fully guaranteed contract. And what has he won?
Before that,
black person you know in the NFL got a guaranteed contract.
So he was getting like 30 million, 30 million, 30 million. They
he cashed out.
They was like,
that's true. That's true.
It's like, dude, they franchised this dude. Washington paid this guy like almost 100 and some million. They paying like 30 some million a year. They were like, dude, if you gonna do that, you might as well sign him.
So
exactly.
Why they giving them guaranteed contracts and not black players?
That's why that getting franchise tag. That's the best thing for him. I'm like, you getting guaranteed like 30 million something next year, so you good. You franchise tag. If you stay healthy this whole year, now you gonna get your money next year. You're a free agent. You can bounce. You can go test the market and get you another deal.
But they
like Kirk Cousins, like I don't see the problem because
this is what I'm asking y'all. So if the contract is guaranteed, even though they played a certain amount of games, if they get hurt, they can still get traded to another team and still get their money, right?
Because all the money ain't guaranteed. See, you only got so much paid up front in the guarantee, and they don't have a lot of guaranteed money in the NFL. Quarterbacks get it, but for all the other positions, they don't. NFL has the worst contracts ever. You can sign $100 million deal and walk away with $3 million. That's just how terrible it is.
Exactly.
No wonder them niggas selling dope.
You see,
right? They should have.
And in my Jets,
allegedly, they selling.
And in my Jets, we just got Le'Veon Bell. We already talking about trying to trade him next season and stuff because it will be better for the team to for the whole salary cap situation.
Right.
Like we just got him.
Go.
Exactly.
Le'Veon Bell was gone from Pittsburgh because he didn't want to play on the franchise tag, which was stupid. I'm like, dude, all you got to do is show up, play for a little bit, get your money, and be good. And he was like, I'm leaving. So he go to the Jets, and he basically sucked it up. And then the system they was running, he really didn't have too much room to shine, but he didn't really do nothing.
Yeah, because of Adam Gates. He doesn't know how to he doesn't know how to use running backs.
It was
The
obvious.
quarterbacks don't know how to
Yeah.
and then
He's
like they
trash
like
as a coach, man.
And
Yeah,
look how they
man.
But
take
the
the
thing
number
is,
one
I-
rusher. He had the largest contract in the NFL, and then he got traded from the Rams. And they were able to just like cut him. I'm like,
Damn,
man,
it was
Right,
like
just like
star running back, just like that. Just signed him to the largest contract
just like that.
running back for NFL.
damn, it happened that quick.
I would say he had
Wow.
2 bad years though. I'll give them that, but still,
I wouldn't say he had 2 bad years.
But if they're not giving him an opportunity to perform, like his numbers not going to be
didn't have
right.
2 bad years. They went to the Super Bowl with Todd Gurley. Todd Gurley got hurt.
true.
When they went to the playoffs, and he still played hurt.
Mhm.
Last season, he came back and was playing, but he was hurt. But he still was scoring. So when they went to the playoffs and lost, I don't think they made the playoffs last year. They just let him go. But they already
Nah,
signed
they didn't even go to the playoffs.
playing hurt.
Hey, can I ask y'all a question? I look at sports like from the outside looking in. Y'all know sports more than me. So with the Texans, they go into the playoffs every year, and they start getting rid of the players that made them go there. Do you think they be throwing games?
I don't think so because some teams do throw games.
Some teams.
It depends on when they are, like where they are, the ratings or whatever. But
there was no way the Texans was supposed
NFL
to
is one
lose
of the
against
people
the
that
Chiefs.
need to win games because they
Come
only
on,
play
man.
16. You only play 16 in the NFL. They're gonna go to 17
Yup.
now, expand the wild card, but still, you only got 16 games. So throwing games in the NFL is like stupid.
But do you think that they were supposed
Yeah,
to
that is stupid because NFL sometimes means not for long. So if you're throwing
It don't
games
mean
and
that's
stuff
exactly
as
what
a
it
head
means.
coach, yeah, if you're throwing games, the coach is gonna be on a hot seat right away. Then you got players that are older and stuff like that, and then of course, like nothing is guaranteed in the NFL. So you're gonna be playing to win games.
The reason why I asked that question is because they were lighting the Chiefs up in that game. How the fuck they lose that?
Bill O'Reilly.
Yeah.
See, you right about those NFL contracts. See, the way you do it in the NFL, you got to get the guarantee money. You got to get in your contract. You got to get the most guarantee money that you can get, and that's how you win in the NFL.
The NFL, only like 3 players that had guaranteed money that's outside of quarterback.
Kirk Cousins is the only quarterback that has it right now.
That's why Antonio Brown. That's why it was so dumb what he did because he negotiated where he actually got $30 million in guaranteed money, and he blew that.
Oh man!
I'm like, how you blow $30 million? Like I'm rich, I don't need it no way. I'm like, boy, you are so damn dumb. You know,
Man,
why?
I'll be making sure I got my 30 million in the bank in my pocket, walking around with it.
That's how I knew he was stupid. It was like, dude, it's Friday. You're gonna get your money on Monday. All you gotta do is be cool to Monday. He can do that. Like,
what he didn't do
on Friday, on Saturday. I'll be like, dog, it's Friday. The money is deposited. You showed up to practice. Your money will be in your bank when you show up on Monday.
The money will be there.
Enough for practice and fucked up 30 million.
Messed up 30
Yeah.
million. He had another deal for 10 and he blew that. All he had to do was chill. You couldn't chill one day.
Wow.
All he had to do
he got too much.
He got his money.
He got too much yes man. He got way too many yes men.
30 million for not even popping up the practice. Wow.
Yeah, like I think he honestly it has to be CTE. That's a case of CTE.
Man,
that dude's
if
money.
a motherfucker said I only have to pop up for practice for 30 million, I'll be at every practice early. I have a tent on the field, man.
I'll be the first one there.
I'll be the first one there and the first one
The
out.
person I thought was gonna show up immediately has finally showed up.
Dog,
man,
I would have a tent at the stadium, dog. Ain't no way I'm fucking
man.
up.
He said I'll have a tent at the stadium.
I'm out there living like the motherfuckers in the woods. I got a
Nah, I'll be
campfire
showing up
burning
in a
and all
helicopter.
that.
Nah, not even a helicopter.
Dog, 30 million.
I'll
All I
just
got
be
to do is
showing
show
up.
up for practice. Dog, do you know I'll be sitting up here on the chat with y'all at the stadium?
All
I'm
he had
like,
to do was show up for practice, and he would have it. He
Yeah,
had
man.
it.
He's
Matter of fact, he had already
his
shown
work
up.
ethic is
All he
really
had to do
good.
was wait till Monday. The money was gonna be deposited on Monday before they even played the season
I'll
game.
be looking at my phone, hearing that ding when that money
Man,
come
and
in.
you know what's so sad?
And he
This
blew.
man is wasting his prime years, man. He's really wasting his prime year. Because he
maybe
could
he
have
ain't
definitely
worried about
prime
that.
years. Because he was balling, man. He could really ball. But
Do
it's just his
y'all know?
personality that gets in his way.
Dog, do y'all know when I saw I don't know if y'all remember this, when I saw when Reggie Bush and Vince Young played in
Oh
college,
yeah.
when they threw that game for Vince
Yo,
Young,
what's up, man?
I said Vince Young never gonna make it because they threw that game for him to win because Reggie Bush had already had a Heisman. And I was sitting in the bar watching this and look what happened to both of them motherfuckers. You get it?
Oh, you saying it was rigged?
Yeah.
I can't lie. I
Man,
would say
Vince
this.
Young,
I would say
ain't
this.
make it because he couldn't handle being booed and being thrown into that pressure of failing. He never failed before. That was his problem. That's why he fell off, because he couldn't take it.
Jeff Fisher.
USC was
his mental.
Jeff Fisher. Yeah, I always said Jeff Fisher's overrated.
Killer,
He's a great D coordinator. He's not a head coach.
Yeah, so
He's
I
a
think
great
he
D
sucks as a
coordinator.
head coach.
if Vince had a different coordinator or a different coach, I think he'd have been a whole lot better. If he was with somebody that that was stern enough for to help him out mentally. Because I mean, you with Jeff Fisher,
Yeah, Vince Young mentally was kind of weak.
The Texans,
yeah, but I always said that
the Texans should have drafted him.
Yeah, this dude
They should have. They would have been
himself
great
out because they lost the
Johnson. They
game.
had a
I'm
good
like,
running back at the time. That would have been a great fit for him.
yeah, but he was probably one of the best college quarterbacks of all time.
Yeah, and they said
yeah, man, he had an outstanding college career.
Man, I could barely hear.
Hey, but what I saw him, but this might sound crazy, but what I saw in Vince Young, I saw in Steve McNair.
Oh, Steve was awesome. Steve was
what I'm saying.
Accurate passer.
Dog,
they don't talk about him at all. They don't give him no credit.
Vince Young was good though.
Oh, this is
Vince Young had a good career.
But the way the Baltimore Ravens did him.
No, check me out. They all field shit was fucking with their life.
That was the worst thing ever when he was in a contract negotiation and he showing up there to practice and they throw him out.
Man,
I still have a hard problem with that.
Hey, I actually went to Steve McNair's last game at Alcorn in Mississippi because he was dating, like I was dating his chick and he was there. But it's all field shit that he was doing. It fucked up his game. That's what I'm saying.
He had too many holes, man.
It's
too many bitches, man.
It's not too many hoes. It's the hoes you messing with. Some of them hoes be mentally unstable. And you don't need that around your business when you getting your stuff done, especially that crazy chick that off McNair and herself.
Yeah, but that's what I was getting.
What?
Culpepper was straight, but he couldn't throw the medium range pass a lot. He couldn't throw that good. But he could throw the deep ball great.
Hey,
and he was fat, man. He was fat as hell, bro. He was in his shape.
Hey,
he
wasn't in shape. I was just dating that doggone chick, the one that offed us. I'm like, man, I had
lacking dedication, I think.
And if
For real?
I think about Steve, man, I'm like, I ain't gonna go out like.
Hey, no,
I'm gonna wake up with a knife in my chest. I
But
already
see,
know.
Exactly.
got young chick.
Cito was like, I
yeah, she
don't
was
know.
a
You
young
see, I'm the
chick.
type
She
that
was real young.
have a knife on my chest or
Man,
something.
now I ain't gonna lie. What I will say about
Because
the
I already
NFL
know this chick is crazy. I was like, this chick is crazy. She's obsessed. I'll tell
That's
her to walk on her knees on broken glass. She be on her way. I'll be like, I was just kidding. Slow
oh
down.
my god. Oh no.
Yeah,
You gotta get rid of
Nah,
her.
man. But that's sad though. But
I am
Steve
not
McNair should get
interested.
a lot more credit than what he's getting.
No,
He should
Oh,
get
of course.
a lot more,
Steve
but they
McNair
don't give
was
him no credit.
incredible.
Those
What he did for the
outfield shit.
Titans
matter of fact, those are
in
what I
in
call
the
those
late 90s,
lifetime
early
chicks.
2000s was incredible. I mean,
Oh yeah,
man, I mean,
oh
man,
yeah,
he was like an inch away from winning the Super Bowl. I mean, it
he
was
was.
crazy.
He
I mean,
was
Steve
just an
McNair, I
inch.
mean, my God,
But
man, the
Steve
dude was
McNair was
just
on some nigga shit. I'm gonna tell the straight up truth. That's what it was. Because dog, I know for a fact of what was going on behind the scenes. Because he was fucking with one of the chicks that I was fucking with this chick, and that was her homegirl. This nigga was buying her everything. I saw his last game at all,
Yo, Cino,
and I'm
Yo,
like,
what's
this
up with it,
nigga,
my guy?
What's
no,
up?
this nigga was
Yo,
in
Cino, I got a
college
question for you
at
before I head off, Cino. So what's the deal with Russell Wilson? Why are they trying to trade him? Like, I need to know the facts about
Sierra.
this.
Oh, the facts is the
Sierra.
reason why they want to trade him is they never wanted to pay him that $140 million
Right,
extension.
right.
See, they
Right.
tried to trade him
It's
for
too much money for
Baker
him.
Mayfield. They tried to trade him for Baker Mayfield before they signed him to the extension. They wanted to get him out of there because they didn't want to tie up no $140 million extension.
I'm
Seattle
telling
don't
y'all
pay.
to go back to Sierra, man.
Yeah, they don't pay nobody. So I was shocked when he got the deal. I thought he was leaving
Mhm.
to get his money. And
they
then when he
can't
was
get
like,
nobody. Who else they gonna sign? Who else they
Dog,
gonna
they
get?
it's
talking
all
about
right.
picking up Cam, and they
So
wanted to get the white boy from Josh Allen from Buffalo. They were looking at him.
Picking up Cam.
Who the fuck is
I
Josh?
love Cam Newton, but
Yeah,
Cam in
yeah.
Seattle, I don't
Cam
want to
ain't
see
gonna
it.
fit there.
I don't want to see it.
Yeah,
Cam
Hey,
they
might
y'all
be
don't
Russell
want,
Wilson is a winner. I'll take Russell Wilson.
y'all don't
So
want
they,
to believe it, but Sierra is
But
fucking up.
Cino, do you think
Y'all
and
don't want
she's
to
not
believe
it right
Cino,
now.
do you think he's
No,
gonna get
it's
traded?
Pete
Or
Carroll's fault. Pete Carroll keep losing them games
I mean,
every
do you,
season. It's Pete Carroll's fault. I mean,
No,
do you think he's
Carroll
gonna get
don't
traded,
dumbass.
Cino?
It's not
he
all
was
Pete
already
Carroll.
traded. All
It's
Cleveland had
not
to
all
do was
Pete
accept
Carroll.
the Browns
Their
turned down
defense
the
ain't
deal.
been the same since them guys left, since Richard
So
and
he
them
was
left,
already
and then
gone.
all
that may be true, but Pete
No,
Carroll has made
Pete
some
Carroll is a
questionable
dumbass.
decisions down the stretch where,
yeah.
despite the defense, Pete Carroll's decision making down the stretch is the problem. Just like with Green Bay, they should have went
Mhm.
for it, but no, Pete Carroll wanted to try to trust his defense after he knew the fix was in. He knew what time it was. But Pete Carroll's indecisions is why they keep losing.
I mean,
Every
I just
time.
think if their back four was strong as it was, I don't think they would have had a problem with that game. They would have won that game because Aaron Rodgers was throwing the ball everywhere, like in the stands, in the floor. Their defense ain't been the strength. Their defense ain't been the same. Like, you gotta understand, they got nothing but young bucks. And my two boys on that team from St. Pete, the cornerback and the linebacker with the missing hand, and then they got other guys. They're young. They don't have experience. If they were experienced like the Legion of Boom was, that game would have been a blowout because Aaron Rodgers was giving them the game. He was giving them the whole game.
Yep.
Just like he did in San Fran. He does this every time it's a big game. So
hey,
but see, the thing with San Fran,
me, it just seems like they don't put.
crazy, but all this boils down to their personal life and women. It goes for the coaches, the GMs, all of them, the players and everything. Cause think about it. Because when they start making dumbass decisions, it's not, you know how you notice how they not making the right decision when they were, all boils down to their personal shit. And then when you look into their personal shit, you see what it is. And it all boils down to a woman. I'm telling you. It all boils down to that. They be so pissed off at that woman till they don't make the right decision in that game. They be on that field, you thinking they're gonna make the right decision, but they not.
Shoot, Russ made a lot of right decisions because he was up for MVP last year.
Yeah.
So that wasn't a problem for him. The problem is he's black.
Now
He a
I know
black
why he
QB
balled out the way he did, because they definitely didn't give him no weapons. They didn't get no
at
players.
all.
They
And he was behind Kyle.
That's what I'm
Him
saying.
and Kyler Murray were
To
the
me, it
most
just
sacked
seems like they've been.
quarterbacks last year.
To me, it seems like they've just been gutting the team for like the last 2 or 3 years. I mean,
They
they messed
have.
around and got Clowney, but I mean, other than that, it seems like they've just been gutting the team year after year.
So what do y'all
They're
think
not trying to
about
pay
the
Clowney.
Texans team and the
That's
way
the,
they
not trying to
cut
play
players?
Clowney, but they
gotta
pay
fire the
Clowney
coach
because
in Houston.
Yeah, Bill
Yeah.
O'Brien should have been gone 2 years ago. He should have been out of
Man,
there.
I'm trying to tell you.
He
They
never
about-
been
they
good.
about
He
to ruin
wasn't
that
good. He
team,
wasn't
too.
good at Penn State. He wasn't good in New England. That was all Tom Brady. And then at Penn State, he didn't really do nothing.
And then
So
it's crazy how
right.
they get rid of the right players, but it's the wrong coach.
And I'm like,
Right.
you didn't get
Bill
nothing from
O'Brien.
him. You got a
They got rid
second
of
round
Clowney.
draft pick for Hopkins.
Right.
You could have got a
No,
first.
he got
And
he
the
got a
Clowney pick. No,
he
the
got a
Clowney
second
pick was
round draft,
worse.
yeah, for Clowney and him.
Was
Yeah, you're
worse.
right. Clowney and
Hey, y'all
him.
know
That's
It was for
him.
like a third
y'all
and
know
fourth
that
round pick.
O'Brien is
It
not
was
the
worse.
coach no more, right?
Huh?
He is the coach.
Nah,
Yeah, he's still the coach.
Nah, he ain't the coach no more. They
Bill
should have
O'Brien?
got rid of him.
No,
Yeah,
no,
that's what we're saying.
Still there.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
But
he should have been
David
fired. Should have
Clowney's
been
trade
fired 2 years
was
ago.
dirty. They did him dirty. And
Oh,
the
I
Seahawks.
couldn't believe they got rid of him, dog. I couldn't believe they got rid of Hopkins, dog.
They
I'm
chose
like,
him. They chose
Oh,
J.J.
and they
Watt.
didn't get
O'Brien.
nothing for him. That's the thing. I'm like, you could have got a
Yeah,
first
that's
round
the thing.
draft pick. You could have got anything for him. That's how bad they just wanted him out, because he wanted to leave anyway. He was like, man, look, they don't want to pay me.
They should have got a first and a second for
Yeah,
D
you got a
Hopkins.
first and second. It's the worst GM move.
yeah, dog. And
It
they
is.
didn't get a first and a
They
second.
was gonna
That's
get
how
one for the
bad they
Eagles.
are.
But they paid J.J. Watt. They paid
Yeah,
that.
oh, they gonna pay.
Broken up
Oh,
like,
yeah,
all
you
the
know
like,
it.
They hurt. All
They
they
gonna
do
pay
is
what?
bodybuilders.
They paid the
hurt,
white
jumping
boy.
on
They
bridges.
paid the white boy. Just say what it is. Call it for what it is.
Picking up
And
He
he-
paid the
cars.
white boy.
And he's in decline. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
you know
JJ
what,
Watt
man?
ain't the
What they
same player
got
he
rid
was
of that I
2-3
keep
years
getting
ago.
wrong
All
was
they
goddamn
grown
Brian
ass
Cushing.
man
They
be
brought
doing
him
is
in too
picking
early.
up cars.
They brought
And-
Brian Cushing in too early when he was hurt. And I be telling motherfuckers, if they hurt, sit that motherfucking season out, my nigga.
Right.
Do
JJ
goddamn
Watt used to
ATV
be good.
commercial.
Fact.
Sit out.
I mean, it's a difference
fact.
between hurt and
Yo,
injured. If
Tino.
you're hurt, you got to play.
yeah.
Yo,
If you
Tino, you
injured,
seen
then
that new
sit down.
Jordan commercial? That new Jordan commercial, my boy Luke all up in there. He all up in there, bro. You know what I mean?
I
If y'all listen to
This
me,
boy,
I ain't
y'all
seen
this
it.
boy
get one of
love
these.
Luther,
If y'all
boy.
listen to me, y'all get one of these, man. I'm just saying, I'm the only one walking around with one of these on. You know what I mean? And I'm just telling you, if you listen to me, this is how you get one of them rings now. You know what I mean? I can lead
Why
you to
you
a
love
championship,
Luka?
man.
Why
I
you
can
love
lead you
Luka
to a
so
championship,
much,
man.
bro? Why you love Luka so
Because he
much?
leads
That's
the
what I want to
NBA in
know.
triple doubles. He's the best player in the NBA at 21. You know what I mean? The youngest in charge, man. You know what I mean? That's why Jordan signed him. If he wasn't that, Jordan would have signed him. Jordan gave him his shoes before Zion Williamson. Zion Williamson at home eating triple
Doncic is
cheeseburgers.
out his mind.
Zion at 3.
Don't give me Doncic out his mind, but the best player in the NBA, come on, man.
Yeah, he is, bro. He's averaging more points, more rebounds, and
Look,
than LeBron James.
Luka
Hey, bro, I
is
can't listen.
good,
I
but
can't
let's
take.
give him
Wait. I
time.
can't take when he say
Let's
serious.
give him
My boy
time
with the
because
white
he
tee in the
can't
head
play
on.
defense.
My boy with the white tee in the head. I can't take him serious because he's been sitting at that same position, smoking that same damn Black and Mild for the past month, man. You know what I mean? I don't know how he do
But
it.
I'm
I'm
saying,
talking to you with the hat, man.
But
I'm
Luka
talking
don't
to
play
you, man.
defense.
You know what I mean? You look like.
It's the best.
But Luka don't
Hey,
play
man, you look like
defense,
Sonny
though.
Bono, bro. You look like Sonny Bono. You know what I mean?
State for years.
You look like Sonny Bono, bro. What's really in that Black and Mild, my boy?
Nigga, you got on a tank top Jordan with no t-shirt.
You know, Jason Kidd, man. You know, I'm talking about, man, real talk, man. You know, just
Luka, how
your white tee,
Luka don't play
the collar on your white
defense,
tee is hanging, my boy. The collar on your white tee is hanging like Shaq dunked on it. Like Shaq just dunked on your shit, my boy.
Ice musky.
My boy, your collar is drunk, my boy.
Nigga, You over there, you pulling up Jason Kidd and Jordan.
Man, you know teeth having ass nigga. You know teeth having ass nigga.
Hey, tell your landlord to turn on your goddamn AC. You lost it.
For sure, I had to roast you real quick before I had to dip off. You know, man,
Hold
get
up,
you one of
hold
these,
up,
my boy.
hold
Get
up.
rid of that
Hey,
cigarette.
y'all tripping. Hey, I got a question. Why do you like Luka so much?
Dog, salute to you, dog.
Why you like
It's simple,
Luka so much?
It's simple, my brother. He leads the NBA in triple doubles. He's the reigning rookie of the year. He's averaging 29 points, 9 rebounds, and 9 assists a game. And his team is in the playoffs in the Wild Wild West. You know what I'm saying? So he's doing what he's doing, man. You know, like I said, man, y'all got to get one of these, man. You know what I'm saying? I got 4 chains on, man.
I got a question. Is Luka doing it all, or does he have a good team?
I think he's doing it all, my guy, because his team wasn't nothing before he got there. So obviously he's the leader of his team. Porzingis been sitting out most of the year. He's been injured, and Luka's been leading his team to the playoffs, bro. His
most of the year. Porzingis ain't been sitting out most of the year.
He had the ACL.
I'm in Texas right now. I watched him games. Porzingis ain't been out for the whole year, bro. Luka has been hurt, and so is Porzingis.
The guy is averaging career lows. Porzingis is averaging career lows. Do your research, my guy.
Just explain. Hold on. Let me just explain. Porzingis and Luka have been hurt, and the team has still been winning. So I'm just saying, Luka, he's good, but I'm not willing to say he's great or he's better now, because he could have a bad year next year.
They won't be shit. Take Luka off the Mavericks, they won't be shit.
And you know I still think they'll be over 500 and they'll be in the playoffs.
He missed 17 games this year, didn't he? Didn't he miss
like
17
games? He missed a lot because Seth Curry was running the point. Seth was running the point along with that kid Durant White. Durant White from Toronto.
Luka leads his team in points, rebounds, and assists. You know who else is doing that, big guy?
I don't care about stats. I care about what I watch. I care about how the games affect the movement.
He got to do it in the playoffs too, man. He ain't even been to the playoffs.
I don't think it's really sunk in yet on how to play defense, man.
Right.
He's averaging is still a game.
He ain't.
I mean,
he ain't even been to the playoffs yet.
Don't mean that you're a great defender.
To guard people. That's
right.
Man, you gotta be
right. I mean, obviously, Michael Jordan needs something in him. Michael Jordan made him the face of the Jordan brand and put Zion Williamson to the side. Pushed him to the side, my boy.
No, he didn't. He made Zion the face. He didn't make Luka no face.
Zion is like Zion is the biggest
Zion in the pub in here. You crazy?
Where's the Zion shoes at? Zion ain't even rookie of the year. John Morant rookie of the year.
Okay, that's
Zion. Zion gonna come and snatch it. Zion gonna come snatch it.
Right. Zion just came back in a few games
with a hot dog and a cheeseburger, man. That's all he doing, snatching cheeseburgers, man.
That is true.
He's still balling, and he got a lot of impact with the media and with the fans. So you can say the
what he doing against Luka? Wait. What is Zion doing against Luka this year? Hit with a step back, and Luka beat him. Then Luka beat Zion this year. Hit him with a step back, cost his ass up.
Right.
Tell that fat boy to stop eating so damn much and get in the gym and work out.
But what did Luka do on defense when he was coming down the lane?
What did Zion didn't skip that game? He got shut down.
Well, what
Zion got shut down that game.
But it wasn't by Luka. It wasn't by Luka. It wasn't by Luka.
It was by Luka.
Luka did not shut. Come on, be serious. Be serious. Luka shut down somebody like who? Luka can't shut down my grandma, bro. His defense is God.
We got to see what he do in the playoffs, man.
Right, exactly. We got to see what he does. You're already clowning him already. Yeah, that was from dirt. That was from dirt. Different white boys.
Regular season going off and playoff going off.
Right. It's a different mode.
He makes
regular season is different.
He came
I'm
to America.
He don't have the ability to.
I don't care if he came to Mars. He still got to prove it.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't care if he came
he's
from
a
Mars
champion already. He's been doing this since 14. You know what I'm saying?
That's fine, but he got to prove it in the playoffs. That's fine. He's not trash. He's a good player, but you're saying he's this great guy. I don't see greatness yet. Let's give it some time. He's good.
Greatness. He's
I
an all-star
give you
in
that,
his second
but
year.
he's
Well,
not
I mean,
great.
he started in the All-Star game. That's greatness. He's
That's
starting in the
fine.
All-Star game. That's
Anybody can
greatness.
make this All-Star game. This All-Star game is weak. Anybody got in it. The talent is weak. Like
anybody
only 50% of the players can
Anybody
play
started,
today.
my guy, though.
Yo.
Anybody
Right,
started, though.
because the All-Star game and the players today are weak.
We gotta see Luka in the playoffs.
All-Star game
We
is a
definitely gotta see
popularity.
Luka in the playoffs.
Right, thank you. Say that again, my guy.
Points,
Say that
have
again.
to see Luka in the playoffs.
He's the NBA in triple doubles. Who else doing it like him? Ain't nobody
Okay,
ever
Will
get that at
Chamberlain
age.
had triple doubles and he lost a lot.
At 21 years
Like
old,
I
Oscar
said,
had
was
triple
averaging
doubles. He didn't win
He's
until
averaging more
Milwaukee.
rebounds,
James
What does
Harden.
triple
Michael
doubles
Jordan.
mean?
More assists
What
and
is
more
triple
rebounds
doubles?
than
That
Michael
wasn't
Jordan
Michael's
already.
game.
Like I
Mike,
said,
that
Yeah,
wasn't
I
Michael's
James
game.
Come
Harden,
on, bro.
he
You gotta
goes
own
off
the
in the
game.
regular
You
season.
gotta
He
own
went
the
out to
pound game.
score and
Phil
win.
Jackson and them. Michael Jordan didn't start passing it until Phil Jackson in the finals. He told
That's a
passing to John
lie.
Paxson. He's
That's a
open.
lie. Michael was
already
passing
making
before
a
Phil
decision.
Jackson.
Luke already
So that's
making
a
a
lie.
right
Go look
decision.
at Doug
Phil
Collins the
Jackson
year
has
he
the
played
point
point
James
guard,
guard.
Harden,
Come on, bro.
James
The year
Harden,
he
when he
played
goes in the
point
Michael Jordan
playoffs,
guard.
was just
James
shooting
Harden in the
no threes
regular
like
season,
that.
What
he
are you
goes
talking
off.
Michael Jordan
about?
In the
wasn't
point
playoffs, he's a
shooting no
different
threes
player.
like that.
It's a
Dude,
different
Jordan was
Jordan
in
shooting
college
threes.
while Luka's playing now. When he
Come
came
on, man.
out, he was dropping
Last time I
damn near
checked, Michael
30 a
Jordan got
game his
crossed
rookie
over by
year.
Iverson.
Uncle
rookie.
Frank just
Man,
put
get
out
it back.
Oscar
Okay, he got
Robertson,
crossed. Everybody got crossed
31
by
He got
and
his
Iverson.
ass
11
What are
and
whacked.
you
12.
talking
Oscar
about?
Robertson.
Iverson whacked his ass.
Kobe
Iverson
got
whacked
crossed
his ass.
by
31, 11,
Terry
and
Kittles
12
got
for
crossed
Oscar
by
Robertson's
Iverson.
second
Ray
season.
Allen got
Come on,
crossed
bro.
by Iverson.
And
Penny
who's the
got crossed
crossover
by
Jordan?
Iverson. Who
That's why
did it?
Jordan signed him. Look, that's why Jordan signed him. If you can't beat him, join him. If you can't beat him, join him. Michael Jordan went to go sign him.
About?
You know what I
Dude,
mean?
are you high? What are you talking about?
Man,
Jordan
That got on
because
the sweaty
overseas
tank
he's
top
loved.
jersey.
It's
Look,
a
hey,
pistol.
look.
Metal like Old Spice. Y'all can't argue with this nigga.
I'm arguing with Metal World Peace and fucking Bonzi Wells in the corner. You got
That's
Bonzi Wells
fine.
in the right corner.
That's
You know what I'm
cool.
saying?
That's
Come
cool.
on, bro. Come on,
That's
man. We all
fine.
know I'm the
Bruh.
star in the panel. We all
It's
know I'm the one
it's
with
a
the ice
different
on my
game
ring,
in the
bro.
playoffs.
We all know.
Right.
And you got
Different
it.
game in the playoffs, bro. Nobody's saying
Come
Luka's
on,
trash.
KP,
All we're saying is stop
Kristaps
crowning him
Porzingis,
great.
he
He
was
hasn't
there
done
too.
nothing yet. That's all I'm
Kristaps
saying.
Porzingis, he was there this
He's
season.
not the best, but
Rookie
okay.
of the year.
If you
He's in
feel
the
that way,
playoffs.
tell
Leads
yourself
the
that
NBA
you
in
sleep
triple
at night.
double. He's averaging a 30-point triple double, but he's
I
not
don't
doing
care if
nothing.
he was
Porzingis is
averaging
also
a
Drunk then.
double
If I'm
double.
high,
He's
you're
not
drunk.
the best.
If I'm high, you're drunk with the other guy. Both of the guys with the white tees are drunk
Nobody's
on the panel
drunk.
right now, bro.
Luke,
Both
you're
of these
getting
guys with the
upset
white tees are
because
drunk.
nobody's agreeing with
Nigga,
you.
you in a
You're not making
sweaty
sense.
He's an okay
jersey
player.
with a
So
chain
he's
on.
not leading the
Right.
NBA in triple doubles. No, I got
That's
a question. Let's just
fine.
debate.
That's
So he's not
fine.
leading the NBA in triple doubles?
So you think
It's
Luka
a
better
watered
than
down
Allen
league.
Iverson? Allen
This
Iverson
nigga
couldn't
crazy.
cross Luka, huh?
I'm saying Jordan got
Kristaps
crossed over by
Porzingis,
rookie Iverson. He got crossed over by a
what?
rookie.
Iverson was
Whacking.
crossing
1-2.
everybody that
Whacking.
year. What are you
Come
talking
on,
about?
bro. Come on, man. Michael Jordan, bro. I'm saying Luka did better than Jordan at the same age. Look, Michael Jordan
What I'm
came
saying,
in the NBA at 21. Michael
yeah,
Jordan came
Iverson
in
was
the
definitely
NBA at
crossed
21.
up.
even Michael
There's
Jordan.
no defense
Luka came
being
into the
played,
NBA
so you
before
can
Michael
get
Jordan.
Hold on,
any
man.
numbers.
Hold on.
While Jordan was in college,
Even Michael Jordan had to go through the fire, Dad.
Right.
I'm saying
Even Mike had to go through the fire, Dad. The boy ain't been through no fire yet, so we don't know how good he is.
Not
I mean,
yet.
he right now,
He has Kristaps Porzingis as
check
well
it out.
too.
Right now, he's a problem.
You know,
He's a problem.
I'm saying we the type of guys that come to the smoke. You know what I'm saying? Luka came to the NBA and took over. Came to America, took over the league.
Take over nothing.
I feel you.
Yeah, but you have Kristaps
I feel you that the NBA ain't Europe though. You know what I'm saying? And you know what, like you said, when he gets into them 7 game series. Check it out. When he gets into the 7 game series,
let him talk.
And he got
let him talk.
Exactly. Can we have a debate? Can he
You
talk?
keep cutting my dog
I
off.
know.
Let him talk.
It's
I
just when it
just
gets
gotta
to a
school these guys. They don't know what
You
they
ain't
saying. I don't
schooling
know if they know what they
nobody.
watching.
Yeah,
You
but if
bruh.
you're
still
not
out
gonna
there
I'm
let us
saying that's
saying
talk,
why I
something
didn't
how
know
can
how
we
to
have
do
a
it.
debate?
I'm saying that's
I've
what
been
I'm saying.
watching
I gotta be doing
basketball for
something
at
right.
least
I'm the one with the
35
ring on.
years.
I'm the one with the ice on. You know what I mean? I
You
gotta be doing
you
something
you
right.
don't see
I got a quarter
you
million
don't
on my
see
neck.
if we
You
was
know what I'm saying? I
debating
gotta be doing something right. God
Arcino
damn it.
about Isaiah
You know
Thomas,
what I
he's not
mean?
gonna talk over you. You gotta let us
Come
talk, and then
on,
You
bro.
gotta
You know
let
what I'm
we
other
saying?
people
could
They
talk
talk,
know what's
bro.
after.
going
You
on with
over
me.
talking everybody and not letting them get their point out. My man trying
Exactly.
to make a point. We're not
Like
saying
Bugsy
Luca
Wells.
sucks.
Anybody
Luca
can get it
doesn't
on the
suck.
panel.
We're
We're
definitely
just
not
saying
Anybody
saying
y'all
Lucas
can help
Casino
sucks.
can get
yourself
it.
in the
Casino
playoffs.
can get it too on the panel. Anybody
What
can
is you
get it.
talking about,
Anybody.
bro?
Oh my
Yeah.
Is you
god, bro.
drunk? The hell?
If
I
they
know
Okay,
stay
about
calm
It's
anyway,
a
in my black
debate.
and mild.
what is
Yeah,
he talking
yeah.
about?
I think that was his. He was asking me to give him the hook. So that,
Hey,
Right,
and they talking
like
about
now,
something in
right.
my black and mild,
every
dog.
time he want
Man,
to
I'm
get
get
out
like,
of
back to
here,
that
he start
NFL
that
shit,
long
man.
rant,
Look,
and I
Come
just let him
on, man.
on the stage. I was like, no, let me let him stay out there. See how
man,
long he gonna
guys,
bring it
see,
All
down.
you
dog,
gotta do is let them talk.
we done wasted 15 minutes on Luca. I mean,
Dog, let them
God
fucking
damn.
That's
talk.
all I'm
Bring
saying.
it down.
Can
never
Luca
Right.
go to the
talk in
playoffs and
NFL live.
let's see how he plays? Is a
Go
different
left.
game in the playoffs. That's what I keep saying. James Harden,
Right.
he goes off in the regular season. When he gets in the playoffs, he's a different player. He doesn't
But
show up. So that's what I'm
it's
saying.
just
Let's
a
see what
simple,
Luca
man.
got.
Like man, when you give another good team time to focus, he's just gonna have to learn more about the game and let his game grow. Because I mean,
Yeah.
they're gonna draw up something to stop what he likes to do. You know what I'm saying? Now the question is,
Exactly.
can he figure out how to do his thing? You know what I'm saying? When people is checking for him. You know what I'm saying? But when ain't nobody checking for you, you go off on a number of teams on any NBA random night.
Exactly.
You know?
It don't
Man,
matter until you hit the playoffs. That's when you see who's who. That's all
Right.
I'm saying.
But
It
all I
Right.
don't
was
matter.
saying was I watch Dallas because I'm in Texas right now, and I watch him every game. When he was hurt, his team still
Exactly.
was
That's what I'm
balling.
saying.
Seth Curry was balling, Tim
Postseason's a
Hardaway was
different
balling, and
game.
this one dude nobody talk about, Finney Smith, was balling, and then a
Who the
guy
fuck
named
is Fannie
Wright
Smith?
come off the bench balling. And Wright was running the point guard, and Porzingis, if you watch it, was actually playing a lot better with Luka off the floor at that time because Luka was dominating the ball too much. And
yeah,
Porzingis
Luca
finally had
needs
a
to play
chance to
off
get his
the ball.
rhythm.
Learn how to play.
So was
Right.
Luca
So quick question.
ball
He
hog?
That's
cannot
all
play
I'm
off
When
the
saying.
Steph
ball.
when
That's
when
why.
Mark
That's
Jackson
why
was a head
the
coach,
point
right?
guard got traded,
Mm-hmm. Right.
When Mark
and
Jackson was a
that
head
was
coach,
sad
right?
because he was actually
Stephen
nice. I
Curry,
think.
he was playing. Oh, go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
No, I think the point guard was actually nice that they had because well, I forgot
Good
what his name
Lord.
was. I think he played for New York now.
Good God, man.
What was his
What's
name?
up,
Julius
Big
Smith?
Dog?
Something Smith.
Big
Good
Dog,
Lord,
what's
man. I done
up?
heard him going off again, doggone it. I thought y'all was talking
Man,
about doggone. I
man,
had
for
to
real.
come
I'm
in,
like, man,
dude.
fuck Luca. Man, let's
But
get back
no,
to this
That's what I'm
football,
saying, bro.
man.
Hey,
Luka's a
check this
good
out.
player, but I
Yeah,
just don't feel he's
but I'm
great
just saying,
yet.
like
That's
Let's
what
Mark
give him
I'm
Mark
some
saying, bro.
Mark
time
Give
to
him
Jackson,
see.
he was a
time.
head
Smith's like
coach, right?
the best player in the league. Come on, man.
And
Come
check
on. The
this out,
best
man.
Right,
player in the
right.
league.
Check
Yeah,
this out real quick,
he's
man.
bugging. But
People like him
Mark
make people not
Jackson,
like
when he
Luca,
was a
I
man.
don't
head
even
coach
take
in
him
I
Steph,
can't
serious. I
stand
don't
people
know
like
why you
that.
guys take it serious. I didn't even look. He
yeah,
do this
but Mark
all the
Jackson,
I
when
time.
he
mean,
was
he
a
do
head
this all the
coach and
time,
he
He
man.
had
don't even care.
Stephen Curry,
He not even letting
when
nobody
he had
talk.
Stephen Curry had to actually learn how to play in the postseason. He wasn't winning games right
That's what
away.
I'm saying.
He
He
had
ain't
to
battle
literally
tested
go in the
yet.
postseason to get
Right,
that experience. Then he
right.
Yeah,
perfected it
man.
and he started
The
going to the
playoffs
finals.
and
It's a
he out there
different
out
game.
west. He out there out
Exactly.
Yeah,
west.
Exactly.
It's
He
gonna
get crap
be
out of Clippers
it's gonna be
game as far as
trial.
I'm concerned.
It's gonna be trial by fire. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I mean,
Right.
if he
Julius
can,
Smith Jr. That
if
was
he can withstand it, he gonna be one of the best players in the game.
And I
oh,
do
No
believe
doubt.
he
absolutely.
has the
But he got to
potential
he
to
Yeah,
be
got
the
to
best,
he got to
to be
prove
one of
that.
the best in the
Exactly.
game, doggone it.
yeah. He
but
just got to
Be
learn how to play off the ball, man.
exactly.
right,
He has to
His
learn that.
game
His
off the ball,
defense better,
man.
man.
Him and Dennis
but
Smith Jr. would have
Defense
been
for
Exactly.
sure.
balling. They would have been
Exactly.
taking over the league had Luca just wanted to play off the ball.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
he didn't
Right.
want to play off the
And
He
Kobe
has
ball.
Bryant,
control
he
over the ball
shot
most
those
of the time, man.
he shot 3 air balls. And then he had to learn to actually get past that. And
And
that's what I'm
also,
saying. The playoffs is a whole different game.
Yeah, Outlaw. He has to work on his defense more, man. He's been really getting taken advantage of on defense, especially
No,
in
his defense sucked, bro. He don't play
like
nothing. I watched
the game
Dallas
against the
games
Lakers.
out
Man,
here.
that shouldn't have happened.
Hey,
I think the Rockets fucked up when they signed Chris Paul.
I mean,
and they gave that boy all that money.
I mean,
no, what messed the
they
Rockets
made it
up
to-
was
they made it to the
D'Antoni. They
Western
should have
Conference.
never had
Exactly, bro.
D'Antoni.
That's
They
what I'm
should have
saying,
got
bro.
a real
They should have
coach.
kept
Should have got a
Kevin
real
McHale.
coach.
Kevin
Right.
McHale was a better coach for them.
Yeah,
Yes,
Kevin
they had
McHale.
Chris
Y'all
Paul.
should have had
I remember
James
that.
Harden
Kevin
played
McHale
much
should have been
better.
the coach.
And he
I
was.
will say
Yeah,
James
but-
Harden, he's
But
happy with
you know what though? Everybody tries to play like them old Phoenix Suns teams now. I mean, that's basically what's going
You
on.
wondering why they never
You know,
won
shoot,
that is
true.
spread the
You wonder
floor,
why they
shoot a
never
bunch
won
of
like that
threes.
back then. You know what I'm saying? You can't win that way. You're not playing both sides of the court.
James Harden loves to play that way.
It used to be that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what Cass is thinking about now, but it used to be like the jump shooting teams, you already knew it was a wall they was going to hit because they didn't have no low post game. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
like, you always knew that.
You live and die by the
You know?
3-point shot.
Well, I
I just still think they fucked up the team with the Rockets with signing Chris Paul because they started designing plays with him in it, and I think
it wasn't Chris Paul.
So you think they was better off with
No,
Chris
because
Paul?
he's always hurt when it's time
Yeah,
to play.
I mean,
that's the whole thing about Chris
that was
Paul.
always Chris Paul, man. It wasn't. It
It
wasn't
was
about the
like
game.
he was never
But
the
I
same
will
after
say-
he tore his meniscus back in the day, and ever since then,
Chris Paul
like every
impressed
playoff
me
run, he
with
just
those
get hurt.
threes.
Yeah.
But he's
Chris Paul really impressed me with those threes, though.
Everybody talk at the same time.
I mean, y'all, my fault.
I know, my bad.
No, you
It's
good.
a
You
little
good.
delay.
my bad.
It's a little delay.
No, you good. No, man. All
But
I was
no,
gonna say, man. Oh shit.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Christian. My
All I
bad.
was gonna say, man, is the game is messed up right now because I can tell you guys from experience is when I play AAU basketball, I actually learned how to play actual basketball. I have real coaches that taught me how to play basketball. But when you get to certain high schools, what they'll do is if they have a star player or whatever like that, they'll go with what he normally wants to run in just a free fall offense, or you'll have a bonehead coach that want to run girl basketball plays instead of men basketball plays. And see, then people get confused. So they just that's why when kids get to college, they don't know how to play real basketball because a lot of times they don't learn. And then when they play in the AAU circuit, they just play free for all. It's not actual basketball.
There's no structure.
But when you see a lot of the teams win,
not at all.
it's the teams that run the plays, and those are the teams that actually win.
Exactly.
Now, they may get through the tournament.
You've been seeing it. Yeah, go ahead.
Stretch,
Because somebody on the fake account Stephen Curry, but I think that they should get rid of James Harden out here.
I feel like they should break up that whole team as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I think they should scrap the whole team and start over.
Who they gonna replace James Harden with,
That's
though?
the thing. Where would James
You talking
go?
about the Rockets?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you can do that.
That's
if you
small
want
ball.
to.
I'm trying to figure out where would he go though.
Yeah, that small ball is not gonna work.
Here though,
I
and I think they started doing that with the Texans team. They started scrapping everybody, and I think they should. I think they should. I don't know. This might sound crazy to y'all. I think they should get rid of the owner of the Texans. Because
Absolutely,
that
they should.
It's a lot of owners that need to get rid
the
of.
owner Texas,
Especially the Bears in Detroit.
No. But the Texas owner, no. You should know. You should have heard what the Texas owner said about black folks.
Yeah, didn't he pass away though?
Yeah,
they all like that though.
You know what
they
I'm
all like that though. It's not just him.
I used to live in Texas.
No, it's definitely not just him.
Dallas. So we know
right.
Hey man.
Oh, Dallas, they run in your crib and shoot you and walk out free.
Didn't that Texas owner die?
Crazy stuff that happened, like for real, like in McKinney area. That's where like a lot of segregation is real.
Yeah, a white dude traveled from McKinney all the way to El Paso to shoot up people in El Paso.
Yeah,
Texas.
White dude, all the way from McKinney to
he went to school. I actually knew the kid because when I went to my sister job to go pick her up. He used to come out of the movie theater, so I just knew him like frequently. Like I just was like, oh, what's up? He didn't seem like a bad kid, but he shot up some niggas at Walmart and
Hey Christian, I ain't even cut out. Hey Christian, you know how segregated Texas is with certain schools and all that shit with them bringing
Plano
up kids.
ISD.
Because out here in Houston and Katy, they built them a $90 million stadium for a fucking high school. But they shut down.
I seen it too.
Y'all know what I'm talking about, right?
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I know
and
exactly
Katy, I know where Katy at.
But I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
I know people from Texas. They tell football is everything out there.
It is,
bro.
I've seen some crazy
They
stuff.
fight.
High school football is everything.
Yeah, and then
the money bad in Florida. They love it in Texas.
And Texas football is king.
I was
They be doing steroids?
Yeah,
hell
they
yeah, they
can't
do
take
steroids.
in the locker room in 8th grade, 7th grade.
Hey Christian, you know about Texas, right?
Yeah, I went through it. I went through it because they had a rule in Plano ISD where you couldn't wear color hair in your hair.
Yeah.
So in 9th grade, I had color hair in my hair. So they just tried to suspend me for it. And it was like a real racist thing, but then they put me through all like BS through it and stuff like that. And then
Christian, when you heard
like literally like a couple months later, they let the whole football team wear blonde hair. So they try to crucify me and hang me for it.
Shit.
And then the whole football squad gets to wear it.
With the hair. He's not lying.
I was the one. That rule is not in existence no more because I broke the rule.
Hey Christian,
the people they fought for me. They was
hey,
like,
Christian, check it out. You just said something that people didn't know. Like they did the hair thing, and then
that's why I didn't play basketball. That's why
they did in the gym.
NBA and stuff.
They did in the gym out there, man.
I had to go through.
It's real crazy.
Like a lot of
first of all, you can't wear long hair. Then, like, if you're gonna wear long dreads or whatever, it's got to be blonde. It's some weird shit.
It's very weird shit.
It's real crazy out there. And
but I got a question though, Christian. I got a question for you, Christian. So
what's up, man?
With Russell Wilson, I know this is off a little bit, but with Russell Wilson, where do you really feel like he would really fit in? I'm thinking Pittsburgh, or I'm thinking a team that needs a quarterback now and they can go to the next level. Like what you think? You think the Jaguars could use him too?
Absolutely.
Carolina.
If Russell Wilson gonna go
Carolina got Bridgewater. They just paid Bridgewater.
If Russell Wilson is going to go somewhere, he has to go somewhere where he can roam around. He got to go to a place where he can roam around. So I think
they need to get rid of Deshaun, will probably be Russell Wilson.
Hold on. Let him talk.
Arizona Cardinals.
Not with Kyle.
They're not gonna get rid of him. They like that kid down there.
What about San Francisco?
No,
they're not gonna get rid of Jimmy G.
What's his face? All that money.
They're not getting rid of Jimmy G.
That's one of the places. Russ could go to Arizona, because
they're not gonna get rid of
Arizona is the fit because honestly they had the wide receivers, they got the defense. I'm just saying it for him personally. If they're gonna trade it somewhere,
okay.
They got the defense. They had the wide receivers. They got a basically the same offensive style as Seattle. That's the only reason why I said that team, because I don't see him going to the Chargers because I don't see him. I mean, not the Chargers. I'm sorry, the Rams. Because the Rams offense is not.
They got golf. They pay golf all that money. But I like Pittsburgh. I think Pittsburgh would be straight.
Now I'm gonna let y'all get back in. I just wanted to let y'all know, but he has, because of the Cleveland situation, his agent got him a no trade clause, so they can't just up and trade him.
Okay.
It's gonna have to be an agreement. Russ gonna have to make an agreement to go, and I think they working on that.
Man.
Right.
Okay.
So he gonna get his money. Right.
Stupid.
So they just and moved him.
Arizona.
So he negotiated that no trade clause.
I like Pittsburgh.
But they want to do it because the Browns, they floated that out there, but he negotiated that no trade clause and kept that in place because he knew eventually they was gonna that he would be traded. So he was
Right.
looking at destinations that he would want to go to, like the Saints, the
so he
Raiders,
already
the
knew this.
Cowboys. They said any team that you know, that he mostly, you know, want to establish a run for 3 quarters, you know, and stuff like that.
The
That's what
Raiders, that sound good though.
Raiders and
Saints.
Saints.
No, the Saints sounds good.
Man, Sean
Yeah.
Payton shoot himself in the foot too much, dog. I would rather him with
He won't. He
Gruden.
can't. They won't do it to
Gruden
Breeze.
that
That's
meat
why I said I'm not.
potatoes. He a meat potatoes want to get it in the end zone, and Russell that type of guy that'll fit because John Gruden gonna stay focused. He not gonna overthink himself. Sean Payton gonna get to the playoffs and overthink himself, try some stupid stuff, and they gonna lose, and then he gonna blame the refs again.
Yeah, because
I don't like him in the
in
Saints.
2021, he gonna get about, they gonna absorb $39 million on the cap. So by trading Wilson, $7 million more than his, you know, $32 million cap if he's not on the team. You know, he's due to earn $19 million in 2021. So by 2022, the cap charge is gonna fall to about $26 million. So that's about like $10 or $11 million than the cap charge itself on the team. So that's why the last year, like that 2023 season, he has about 39 million under the cap, and he, you know, like the cap number is crazy, and it's gonna be like $13 million cap charge. So I don't know.
Man,
So
but I like
he really can't
It
go
sounds like
anywhere he wants to go.
it's over with for Seattle. It's over with. They going back in the rebuild mode.
I don't think nobody gonna touch it though. That's the problem. The problem is I really don't think no other team gonna touch that deal. I think they gonna say y'all gonna have to ride it out because it's a little too expensive. Because they ain't gonna give up their nucleus.
Right.
They gonna be like, we ain't willing to give up our nucleus that quick. Like everybody else is.
Right.
That's why I don't see it working because no
He
team
can't go
is
to
gonna trade for
the
that.
Saints with that contract.
Yeah, man, that's the albatross, man.
Because who they gonna trade? Drew Brees.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean,
no one's gonna trade.
You'll have to trade 2 or 3 people, and they'll have to give up everything just to make that trade happen. I just don't. I think they're gonna be stuck with Russ, and and that's just gonna be it.
And what they're gonna just keep sabotaging him by putting no linemen in
They're
front of
gonna
him.
say, "Well, you got all the money, you got to make it work with what we give you." And
And he has been. That's sad. He has been.
Did Russell shoot down the Browns trade, or did the Browns or the Seahawks shot it down?
Browns shut it down. The Browns shot down the trade because he ain't had that trade. He was in a negotiation at the time.
Right.
And then when he found out they tried to trade him to the Browns, that's when he asked that. He wanted that in the contract, the no trade clause. And they got it.
That's great that he did. Because honestly, but the only team that makes sense financially is just the Raiders because of Derek Carr's contract. And the Rams makes more sense too because of Jared Goff's contract. That's the only 2 teams that make sense. If he could go to Arizona,
that makes sense.
but they're not willing to trade DeAndre Hopkins. They just got him, so they can't really, trade him like that again. So they would have to give us some draft picks if he wanted to go to Arizona. But I don't see him going to Arizona, which would. That would be the perfect fit for him to be in Arizona because
they like Kyler Murray out
They
there.
just got Kyler, and Kyler balled out last year. He had a good year last year with a bad offensive line.
But if you ask the team who they want, they'll take Russell Wilson over the little boy.
No, I see what you're saying. Like if I want to win now, but
you gotta think about their future though.
He used to play in Texas.
But for some reason, I guess they picking the team that Russ would want to go to. Like the Saints, Cowboys, and like those 3 teams, the Raiders.
If he go to the Cowboys,
those are the 3. Those are the 3 official.
That they're saying that those are the things he would want to go to.
If you go with the Cowboys, they're giving Dak up.
Most definitely.
You give Dak up for us.
Hey, look, I'll take Dak at Carolina over Teddy Bridgewater. I don't care. Look,
I can
Teddy
see
Bridgewater
that.
is
I
nice.
can see that
You
on
don't
Teddy
like
Carolina.
Bridgewater is
Bridgewater,
nice,
Brisky?
man.
You don't like
yeah,
Bridgewater? What's
I
wrong with
like Teddy.
Bridgewater?
I like Teddy. Teddy's a game manager. That's why I said we can win games with him. But I'm like, look, for us to break the ice, I'm like,
Shoot, I
look,
wish we
if
kept him on the
Dak
Jets.
Prescott don't want Dak,
He
I'm like,
looking like
look,
that's
Dak
gonna
Prescott
change
to
the
break
whole
the ice
show.
for me.
I can actually see Dak going to Carolina because Cam Newton not the game.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah.
they kicked him out of there, because I feel like,
Uh,
they didn't even give Cam a chance. The ownership, they said they wanted him, but then, they blackballed him. Like,
no, they got rid of they got a new owner. That's why.
well,
But I
The
see
other
them
owner
doing
would have kept
Cam
him.
Newton
David
like they
Tepper.
did.
Yeah, the
What's
other
his
owner was
name?
Cam guy, man. And then the thing is, once he had to go and everything, it went left after that. And then
Hey,
this
y'all,
new
what's the
owner
wide
wanted him
receiver
out.
that got traded 3 times in 1 year, 1 season?
That's Antonio Bryant.
No, the one that's on ESPN. I can't think his name right now. He got traded three times. The black dude. I can't.
Brandon Marshall?
No, the one that's on ESPN with motherfucking all them boys.
Randy Moss?
Yeah, Randy Moss. I see them doing the Randy Moss. That's what I call this shit. A Randy Moss.
Doing a Randy Moss tour?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, man, I hate how they did Cam. It's a little hurtful to me, and I just don't like how teams are trying to play Cam like he's just a bum. And
But Cam shouldn't have put on that dress.
He had a shoulder injury.
Career. I just think that he's been elite his whole career. It's been the team that's failed him because I hate how they building the team around Teddy Bridgewater, giving all his help. What makes me
No, it was y'all management that failed
him.
I wonder
y'all
why they never
management
try to
failed
build up the team around a brother. They
Right.
never do that.
Yeah, they
never did.
They never do that. They can't get him an offensive line. They act
I
like
would say
ain't
Lamar
nobody
Jackson.
the quarterback.
Lamar Jackson has it best
They
right now.
selected with niggas for real. They
killed after that Super
Cunningham,
Bowl run. They killed his offensive line.
Oh yeah, they definitely killed that.
Oh yeah,
Cam,
they destroyed him.
Offensive line
Who
was
else?
trash in the playoffs when we went to the Super Bowl.
Who
They were
else?
awful then.
Steve McNair, they made sure that chick was there. Who
Randall Cunningham's career ended because they forced him to stay in the pocket. If he'd have played how he was playing, he'd have been fine. But see, they forced him to something that he wasn't used to, and when he was in the pocket, he was getting hit all the time. It worked because
now you saying where I'm
that's
going
not
with
his
it.
game.
Now you see where I'm going with it. They forced him to stay in the pocket because he's gonna get attacked more, and they know where he at.
Right. That's the thing they're doing with Dak in Dallas. They're trying to make Dak into like Tom Brady instead of letting Dak do what he did in Mississippi State, which is run an option,
and I'm from Mississippi.
move out the
Shout out to
pocket and
everybody
throw the
from
ball.
Mississippi.
See
I
that?
want to see. I want to see how Dak plays under this head coach.
I think Dak would be good at Carolina.
Yeah,
Dak's
let Tony
fine
Romo
where he
run
at,
all
but
around and
Dak's
throw the
fine
ball
where
all
he
over the
They
place.
might Dallas might do a trade with Dak. They might get Russell Wilson in Dallas and trade Dak over there to Seattle.
I can see that.
Russell Wilson is a winner, man.
That'll be
Especially
good
when
for both
they just
teams.
signed him to the exception or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that makes sense.
Carolina
So they
need to do some
Dallas
work.
don't have no long-term plans for Dak. You know what I'm saying?
No, they don't. 'Cause I don't think they want to sign him to
Jerry
that kind of
Jones,
deal.
No,
But I'm like, do you want Russ for that kind of money?
Dak would fit in Seattle. He would be in Seattle. He would fit with
I
Pete
think
Carroll
Dak
because
would
Carroll will
fit
let him
good
do
at
what he want to
Carolina
do.
though, because he's used to the
Look,
weather.
any other
Yeah.
black quarterback except
Because look at Dallas weather and look at you got to play
He
related
said
to
he
it
got
too.
like Bridgewater.
No, but
Hey,
if Jerry
y'all gotta
Jones wants
figure
to
in the
win,
weather that they play
The
in.
nigga just wear two gloves like it's cold every game. I'm like, dog, it's not
Yeah,
cold.
but
You in the
but
Superdome.
he'll fit in
Gloves
Carolina
on.
though.
I can't
That
wear
conference he'll
gloves.
fit in
It'd
because
be
it's cold.
warm enough for him there.
I'm
see, the
telling
thing
you,
is,
man.
Jerry Jones just picked up a wide receiver that's a rookie. He's a stud. So Russell Wilson would definitely use him he would
I
really
think
use him really good.
Russell should, goddamn it,
He would
come
fit
to
in
Houston.
right. It's up
I
to
think he
Zeke.
should.
That's another person.
You know why I think he should come to Houston? Because I'm telling y'all, look at his situation in his personal life. Because you don't think owners look at that.
Well, what's wrong with
Sean
Watson in
in
Houston?
Seattle.
Watson straight, man. Watson
Watson
ain't
is
been y'all
Watson is
problem.
good.
Y'all
Why?
problem been
No,
y'all defense.
let
The
me
defense
know.
been trash in the
Watson is-
coach.
Shoot.
I think they
Boy,
should get
Trade
rid
me
of
Watson in
Watson.
Watson.
Seattle. Oh, you
Sam
won't see
Donald
a
for
bigger
Watson. What's up?
bandwagon than me. 'Cause
I
I
think they
want
should
it.
get rid of Watson
I
because
want it.
he's too nice. Look at in the playoff game with the Chiefs.
He's too nice.
Nah,
Give me
nah,
Watson.
the-
Sam Donald for Watson right now. Let's make
No,
a blockbuster trade right
ain't
now.
a nice guy. They was whooping Kansas City
but who would
ass
you replace
in
for
the playoffs.
Watson? Who would you
I
replace for
Seattle
Watson?
at halftime. They was whooping their ass 20-something to nothing or some shit. I
Man,
woke up
that
and
was
lost
the
the game.
coach.
That's
He
your
didn't
head
go for it
coach.
on that
That's
No,
play.
Bill
no, no. It
O'Reilly.
was
He
not
punted.
Watson's fault.
They gave that game up.
Ain't gonna do my Clemson brother like
No.
that now.
And then they
They
slapped
gave
each
it
other
up.
on the ass and all kind of shit. That shit too nice. I don't like that slapping on the ass shit anyway. This nigga-
I don't like it either. Hey
But
man,
you
look.
slapping
When
me
I
on
was in
my
the
ass.
locker room, they was doing that. Hey,
My woman don't do
brother,
that.
chill.
Don't like.
Said, my mama don't do that.
Hey man, they used to do that in football.
They weren't slapping us on our ass on our team.
I
That
don't
shit
like
was
that at all
flying.
either.
Hey man, I never
We would
cussed
have
out
fought
in
the
the locker room
coach.
either.
The
Never.
coach would have got
Hey, but
slapped.
Did
Fuck
y'all
that.
I don't know why they taking away Watson weapons, man. Like I mean that's a good way to piss your quarterback
I
off.
don't like
Yeah,
no
it is.
slaps, dog.
And that's
I
the
like
thing
I
is,
don't
they,
like
they,
that slapping in the
they don't
butt
want to
either.
pay him. I think they're gonna let Watson walk too.
Yeah,
slapping
Watson
people on
gonna
the ass.
leave.
Who
I
Watson
started?
go get
said
a
that.
big. Hey, look, we'll pay him. Hey, look, Carolina,
Who
we'll
We'll
pay
pay him
him.
too.
slapping people on the
You
ass?
just
We'll pay
paid
I
him
trade
any
for
money
him.
Bridgewater.
except for Bridgewater.
Then the
I
Look,
think
nigga,
we paid him
hey,
50 million.
you whooping
We
these
could have
niggas
paid him
ass
like
20
15
something
for a
to nothing
year.
in the first half.
Chris
Can't
is my guy. He hate
Man,
Bridgewater.
I don't
Yeah,
I'm
hate.
yeah,
Nah,
I
you
don't hate
do.
him.
everybody.
I
shoot,
don't hate Bridgewater
I'm
at
stuck
all.
with
I just
Matt Stafford. You know what I'm
Hold on.
saying?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
take
yeah.
Russell
See,
Westbrook.
yeah, you
That
I
got
take
is too
Teddy
much.
Bridgewater.
yeah.
I take
I don't know
Dak.
why. Hey,
They want to trade for any of them
why
dudes.
haven't
Deshaun
y'all got rid
Watson,
of
any of them dudes can get traded here,
Stafford,
Dad.
man?
Look at that.
Hey
Matt
man, look,
Stafford is
I'll say this to
robbing
you
y'all,
guys. I'll say this to
and
you
he's
guys. It's
quiet
not
about
that
it,
I don't
but
like
he's
Teddy
robbing y'all.
Bridgewater. I'm just like, look, I would have. I'm like, not this brother. I
I
want
hate
the other
this.
brothers. I'm looking at like not
Oh,
him.
look
Like
Teddy
the
Bridgewater is
other
nice,
black
man.
And I want
brothers.
the other brother. Not
Like
I'm
I'm
gonna
like,
write
look,
down
I'm not.
everybody I hate right there. No bullshit.
Everybody I
No
hate.
That's a
bullshit.
long
Y'all
list.
motherfuckers got me.
hey, look, it's a long
Oh,
list.
this man
Oprah's
really
on
wrote
that
it
list
down.
of people I hate.
No,
I mean, Tyler
oh,
Perry.
Oprah at the number one.
hold on.
Oprah's number one. I hate in life. I hate her with all my
Yes,
heart.
I don't like
And
number
hope to
one.
God, like I hate Oprah. She's the number one person I hate in life.
And then I only got my.
I don't know what it is. I
Hey,
I
you
hate
hate
Oprah.
Oprah. Hold on. I hate her too, but you only got my Oprah.
This man really got a list
So
too.
my wife, I said, if she hit me back on Twitter, shut up, man. Let me handle this. I'm trying to get my 401k out.
Tyler Perry number
Hold on,
2.
I'm writing this shit down. No bullshit.
Oprah number 1.
He's
And
stupid.
Tyler Perry
Hold on.
number 2.
I'm writing down my goddamn book of hatred.
Oh wow!
Oh Lord, man, we gonna be all night with that list.
Oh
I'm not
man!
bullshit. I got this shit up.
You already said you hated Shaq.
Everybody hates Shaq. I don't like Shaq either.
I don't
F
like
Shaq.
I don't like Shaq either like that,
I don't
man.
like
Shaq.
to me,
Shaq a hater.
I
He a
don't hate
hater.
Shaq,
He
but
was
you
lazy.
Shaq
know,
is a hater, man.
Shaq
It
just
wasn't
Man,
no
Shaq a
centers in the league. No centers, and this dude couldn't even dominate. I'm like, dude, ain't
Man,
wasn't no
Shaq.
centers in the league no more.
Man,
Somebody
Shaq a
That's why
hater.
Kobe had to get rid of him, man.
Right.
He act like he wasn't there for them championships. I'm like, they won damn near all of them while you were there.
Right.
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 He act like
That's
he
what I'm
came
saying.
in after they was gone or something. I'm like, dog, you was there in '92.
Right.
I started on my
Right.
That's what I'm saying. But
take up this
Yeah,
whole
like
most definitely.
I hate
this,
a lot of
this man,
I started on my list, dog.
Okay.
My book of
Man,
hate.
I don't
But
know
look,
what it is,
I don't like Shaq at all.
Mullen.
He's a big ass hater. He hate on everybody and say that he the sole reason he did something. He tried. That's why I'm glad Charles be killing them on Inside the NBA.
Right.
Making them mad.
Yeah.
I love it.
Barkley too, by the way.
And that's another thing. That's what I'm saying. See, Kobe Bryant, he was like, he's in the gym and you're out there like having a barbecue and relaxing and knowing that he's gonna be killing in the gym. So you know
down in Orlando with Penny. Penny was in the gym. He was out partying. Penny was in the gym working. He out doing the same thing. The only difference is Penny was quiet.
Oh,
I ain't
and
gonna
I
lie, he
hate
did have a
Plaxico
fire
Burke.
rap album though. I can't lie though. He did have that song
I hate
with
that
Biggie
nigga
was
too.
kind of fire though. I
Man,
can't lie.
Biggie wrote his stuff. That's why I was fired.
Yeah.
Biggie wrote it.
Wilson will be a great fit for the Detroit Lions.
Oh, you say what?
They said
Russell Wilson would be a great fit for the Lions.
Oh, look. I said that earlier. I trade for him. We can get that. I don't care what he I don't care what I fuck with Bridgewater too. You know what I'm saying?
Right, Chris.
Hey, Russell Wilson would be a great fit for my Jets too.
Give us a couple first rounds. We ain't taking Matthew Stafford. We're not taking him. If that's the trade, I'm keeping Bridgewater. I'm like, dog. We going forward, not backwards.
We ain't got nobody to trade but Matt Stafford. Really, I mean, we got like the coach just finished.
Give us Matt Patricia.
And the team will take off. The team will take right down.
Y'all should have kept Jim Caldwell. Caldwell was straight.
I thought he was too, but you know what I'm saying. Like, here's the thing, and this goes across like all Detroit sports. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't give the brothers like chances like that at all. Like they get a chance, the brothers like a couple years. If they ain't producing like they advertise, they out of here. You know what I'm saying? But they get a white boys
it took Drummond for a long time though.
And they took me out the league. I
said it took Drummond a long time though.
It took me out.
I kept Drummond for a while.
And you know what pissed me out too?
They don't know what they doing.
Jake DeLone just think it up for like 15 years, but Cam Newton get 9. And
I wanted Jackson out of here. And that everybody know my pain in Detroit, man. I'm just like, get him out. I don't care how much you got to take.
Cena was like, man, if I was the head coach, I would have a belt for Jackson and Drummond.
Put him on the sideline, man, because he did some of the dumbest stuff
like,
from an NBA basketball player.
He was terrible.
Like, don't give the ball to Reggie Jackson. Please don't give it to Reggie.
I hate Reggie.
That's why I was
But what messed him up?
It's like who else you gonna get the ball to?
Hold on. I got a lot.
If Ish ain't get hurt too much,
I'm gonna be like my man. Those Reggie Jackson at the top of my hate list. You know what I'm saying?
Yours.
Oh my God!
That's one of the games because I might just jump on the court and choke him. Look at him. He got.
But why did the Clippers pick him up though?
I can't read that.
I mean, just because he's a veteran player. And I mean, if he don't play, you 30. If he don't play 40 minutes a night, if he play about 25 to 30 minutes a night, Reggie Jackson will be straight. But you know, it's like when you try and give him 40 minutes, 38 to 40 minutes, man, and he's no. He don't need to be playing 40 minutes or anybody score.
Was a bum in that Memphis series when Russell went down and he had to play the point. I said he's a bum. And when Detroit,
look, he had been asking for it. He had been asking for it the whole year. He's like, he don't understand why he coming off the bench behind Russ. It's like, bro, you're Reggie Jackson.
That Memphis series, he got exposed. Kevin Durant was about to choke him.
And he asked for that. He asked for that, bro. He asked for that all year. That he like, I can start.
Well, he should have. Somebody was lying to him. He was smoking a lot of weed.
Guys better. Terry Rozier and Jaylen Brown. Those two right there.
Nah, you can keep Terry Rozier. Terry Rozier and Brown cost me money. Fuck both of them.
Terry Rozier balling on shit.
F both of them. No, they cost me money. That they should have beat the Cavs. They cost me money. Tatum showed up. They ain't show up. F them.
He cost me
Rozier Brown. F them.
I had
Brown sitting over there dancing in the rain with under
Yeah.
I saw that video.
I'm like,
after
this
watching
be a Marion I hate
it more.
Hey, quick question, Cino. I got a question.
Just from watching.
All right, you said that if the league comes back, they're gonna put the Lakers back in the they're gonna put the Lakers in the finals, right?
Yeah, I hate the Lakers. Yeah, they might have to.
Yeah,
but
they got to. They lost too much money.
Right, the league.
So that means they're gonna try to make him win.
Of course.
Yes, bro. Yes. They gonna run sweet.
Cancel the season. Cancel the season. Cancel the season.
I don't know how I want to pull it off, but I
I'm
know
all for the cancel.
trying to do. They ain't gonna
Oh,
they can't mess around no more. Now they want to try to get every dollar.
Yes, C-Pin for the win. You are right. Terry Rozier is overhyped. Thank you. Overhyped.
Oh yeah, they know it now in Charlotte.
I hate the Lakers.
He worked.
I
hate the Lakers.
I love the. See, the Lakers is my team, but I just don't root for them because LeBron. I don't like LeBron.
For them to win, so I don't like them.
I do not like LeBron.
And then they got
I'm sleep.
Bring you on here, man. I'm gonna bring you on this
sleep.
You gotta get on.
Dad. Look, comatose, Dad. Comatose.
I'm sleep. I'm sleep on Reggie Jackson, bro.
I'm gonna put Reggie.
I'm dead.
Whole bottle of wine, Dad. Out, Dad. Out.
I hate tripping more.
Sleep on Reggie Jackson.
Terry.
Yes, dog. Reggie Jackson's a bum, dog. He trash.
Come on here. Explain that, man.
If
Take that link,
bro, more than me,
Look,
yeah,
they had a dude, man. We had a little point guard like coming off the bench, Ish Smith. Man, he was way better than Reggie Jackson. Dad.
Like, no, he wasn't way better. He is way better.
Man, look, and it's like he's not even here no more. You know what I'm saying? And you know,
he's overseas.
Shout out to him. Fuck that.
He's overseas.
I'm gonna have to give this
I
player
thought he was
something.
like in Utah or something like that. He's overseas now.
No, he in Utah. He in overseas. I think.
He is overseas. He got dropped.
He overseas? Wow. Oh, he too talented to be overseas.
Wait, who?
They don't like
not the way he run that point. He run that point. That boy run that point.
Wait, who?
Bottle. I mean, lightning in the bottle, Doug. Lightning in the bottle, man.
Yes, that's a point guard.
I hate
Ish Smith. Ish Smith.
Oh, what's the other dude
who
used to play with the Lakers? His name was Kendall something.
Hey, I hate Future too, by the way. I hate Seattle.
What was his name? His name was Kendall. He played for the Lakers. Yo, Lakers fan. Hey, what's the dude name? His name was Kendall something. He was a point guard for the Lakers. He was a true point guard. He would have been a superstar. He would have been a star point guard back in the early 2000s, 90s had he played. But since he played now, he played at Duke. And his name was something. I think it was something.
I don't remember.
Or something.
He played at Duke.
He played at Duke, and I think
Kendall Marshall. They saying Kendall Marshall over here.
Okay.
Yeah, Kendall Marshall.
Kendall
Marshall is a good. He's a true point guard. He could have been a superstar, but because he's
Kendall
not
Marshall.
a scoring point guard, he's
he
not a super. He can't play in this.
He didn't have a
That's
really
why
a good
it-
shot.
Shoot, they got Markel Fultz playing point, so he could have made it because he barely can shoot.
Well,
All I
Markel
know is y'all bringing up a lot of
This is the Geno Smith era now. I love Geno Smith as well too.
Okay, I hate that nigga too.
I hated Geno Smith.
Geno
Talking money too.
I hate Geno.
Yeah, he was just in a bad position,
He had
man.
that one
Hold up.
game, and then he flew
You know,
to Miami to see the Miami Heat play, and he was a superstar. Then the next week, he got
Geno
knocked out.
Smith going to be
Yep.
MVP.
Geno Smith is going to be
I had to win him the Heisman.
Nah.
And then he just went on a losing streak.
He was sitting courtside, like, yeah, man, I just came
Hey,
back. And
Hey,
then the next week,
another
he got knocked
motherfucker
out.
I hate, Pac-Man Jones.
Oh, I like Pac-Man.
Oh, I love Pac-Man. Pac-Man is deep.
I love
That's my
Pac-Man.
dog.
I love
Pac-Man was
Pac-Man.
locking stuff down.
No. He cost me money against when he threw all them off the flags against the Steelers.
Yeah, the
Oh
Steelers
yeah.
game.
I was like, what?
Yeah.
The Bengals were
That's
up
See,
by
his anger
20
gets the
points
best of him
Yeah.
sometimes,
My
man.
list keep
because of
growing as
flags.
y'all.
Man,
It's so
Look at that.
ridiculous.
I'm writing on this motherfucker.
meltdowns.
Little tablet up, dog.
He said meltdown.
This man saying he really writing it.
I hate Pac-Man
He
Jones.
said meltdown.
You can add him to
Man,
the
Hey,
that's
look.
Hey, you better
that
watch
Pac-Man Jones
Pac-Man
known for the meltdown, dad. Known for the meltdown.
Fuck
Hey,
Pac-Man.
but Vontaze
I hate
Burfict
Pac-Man.
killed Antonio Brown though.
I hate him too.
You say what?
I remind
I
you.
said Vontaze Burfict killed Antonio Brown. Then screwed
Nah,
his
he definitely
marbles all the
did.
way up.
Oh yeah.
He
Yeah.
ain't been the
man.
same since.
Antonio Brown.
Yo, he's still gonna be out the
He's
league though.
right now.
Yeah, he out
He's
the
still
league.
gonna
We
be out the
call the
league.
dude a cracker. You don't call your boss a cracker. You doing?
Not unless you not unless you run it like you leaving about that mud. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you quitting.
Right. You don't call your boss a cracker and think you gonna come back tomorrow. Man, you a cracker.
No, you
Really.
don't come back today.
For
You don't
real.
come back the next day, Dad.
Right.
Talking about, I'm sorry.
He was like,
Then you call him a crack. You wait till you get your 30 mil. He was gonna get it that Monday. All he had to do was
Oh my God.
Exactly. After you got the 30 mil, then you
I'm
say
telling you,
that.
that's
You don't
CTE,
say
man.
that before you get the 30 mil.
I would have called him a cracker on Tuesday.
Hold on.
Exactly.
I hate somebody else. Y'all gonna remind me. I hate somebody.
Exactly, Christian. I'd have said, money hit, ding,
I would
cracker.
have let the check go through first. I would let
Right.
the check go through.
I'd have double checked.
I'd
I'd have double checked like, oh, it's there. You a cracker.
There you go. Exactly.
That's just basic black man's logic, man, when dealing with the white folks, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't call them a cracker before you get paid. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
No, man.
You call him a cracker going out the door. You know what I'm saying?
He does.
You know
You call him a cracker going out the door.
Listen, motherfuckers, I hate